Deep Digger Dan is back. Come on! Get in! Jeff very kindly bought me a goldfish. Well, he didn't really, it was just here, but I've called it Brian. I'm claiming it. Ah, there it is. Lovely fish. So yeah, we're off metal detecting now in the woods in Austria. So let's see how we get on. Come on. Right, Jeff's very kindly brought me to these fields where he's told me there's about 10,000 hammered coins still here. He hasn't stopped so I can metal detect it. We're not allowed to do it. He's just like showing me where there's all these precious metals and Roman things, but I can't stop. We've also picked up David, the American.
How's it going?
What is it? Sunrise Solaro?
Sunrise Solaro, yeah.
Okay. If I remember, I'll put his YouTube subscription thing in the description. So subscribe to him as well, and you'll be able to see his videos of today. Are you filming today, David? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. All three of us are just we're not going to be metal detecting. We're just going to be filming each other. It's his new hobby. We just film. Right, we're off to some woods to look for what? For World War II things?
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to find something gold and Roman.
Golden tank.
A golden tank, yeah. I'm going to find a golden tank. Right, let's crack on. So basically, we've decided not to go metal detecting. We're just going to video each other. We're making a triangle of videoing each other. Come on, let's put his cameras away and let's do some metal detecting. Right, my first ever dig in Austria is, I don't know. I thought it was a lead bullet, but it might be a spindle wall. I don't know. Jeff's going to tell me, but it's like a flattened lead bullet, which I've found before, but with a hole going through it.
That's a spindle wall.
Spindle wall?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a spindle wall.
What I first find, my first ever spindle wall. Woohoo! Come on, get in! Well, I've just found a button, my first button here, and it's a beauty. Still got the shank on the back, perfect. The front looks like it possibly has a design, but it's very hard to tell. But the funny thing is, as I was trying to sort it out, it's split in half. And inside, I might be wrong, but that's like a piece of paper. I'm not going to play around with it too much. It might be something special. That might be a love letter from 500 years ago. Who knows? But yeah, a button which, if cleaned up, I think, I don't know, that could be old, man. That could be really old. Just to update you guys, I haven't seen Dave or Jeff for about an hour. They went back to the car, I think, for a sandwich. And I carried on. They might have driven home for all I cared. They're not going to find me. But I found something and I just cannot give up on it because it's probably nothing. It might just be a pot or something, but it's the shape of an helmet. Can you see this? I don't know with this sunlight. This is the most helmet-like thing I have ever found. And I'm not giving up until I get it out. It could, just could, be an helmet. It's probably a pot, but I'm going to carry on. I've been at it 30 minutes with this, whatever it is. We'll carry on. Right, there's my helmet. It was clearly the Elephant Man's helmet. And I didn't realise the Elephant Man got killed in World War II with his head blown off, but he clearly did. That's the Elephant Man's helmet. I can't believe I've just dug that for 30-40 minutes.
Right, so Dan just
yeah, we're having a... Oh, hey, I'm filming!
Alright then, you film me first, I'll be quiet.
We're having trouble because the grass is so long. I'm not used to this. In the woods in Germany, there's no grass yet, but here, it's a foot high. But yeah, I just found these pincers, pliers, whatever you'd call them.
Pincers.
Probably World War II. apparently, from what else has been found around here, but it's not gold, is it? It's not gold, Jeff.
There might be when you clean them up, Dan.
All right. Well, Jeff's girlfriend's going to... Sorry, Jeff's wife's going to clean them up when we get home.
She is, yeah. She gets all the
I asked her earlier, seriously, this is no word of a lie. I said to his wife, I said, what's your hobbies? She says, ironing. She says, my hobby used to be ironing, but I don't do it much anymore. That is the kind of woman I'm after. So if there's any other women out there whose hobby is ironing and you just love it, get in touch. I'll marry you tomorrow, yeah? I am now.
Right, he's filming me now.
This is Jeff.
No, it's not. It's Dan, actually.
You'll never see his face because he's always got a camera in front of it. But look at American teeth. Seriously, this is a lad from America.
Mississippi.
Don't look at my teeth.
He doesn't like you looking at his teeth, but look at his teeth. Look at his teeth.
There's nothing to look at my teeth.
Look at his teeth. Look. Move your hand. Look at them. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. Look.
Okay.
However, Carl
David
gets the
and
credit
Jeff.
card.
I don't know I don't even know what they're talking about. They're talking about history or something. Oh, they're talking about dead people.
Yeah,
Right.
well, Dan told me he wants to go to the cemetery because he's into necrophilia.
Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. I think they're having a competition to see who can say blah the most often.
I said it would be interesting.
Good morning, everybody. We've just been looking at Roman houses, and Jeff's off to show me something special. He's just told me that only 5% of Roman things
Here.
have been excavated here.
Only
So there's 95% undiscovered. And I'm going to find it. We're off to find it now. Right, this is an old Roman arena. Jeff stood right in the middle. And this one wasn't for fighting. There is one for fighting further on. But this was like where people came for speeches. It'd be like your newspaper of the Roman times. There'd be a guy, probably a bit thinner than that guy. That's Jeff and he's not thin. Probably a bit thinner than Jeff. And he's just been speaking loudly, yeah? And it's amazing because it echoes off the walls. And it's easy to hear what he's saying in the middle. So people would be sat all up here listening to this guy telling them the latest news. Look, can you hear him? Acoustics, he says. We're filming exactly the same thing, but just thought we'd show you it. We just walked past a field and it's littered with tiles. Old Roman tiles. Everywhere you look in the field is just Roman bricks and tiles. It's amazing. Jeff, there's a chipmunk. I've just seen a chipmunk. Oh, it's there. Can you see it? Come on. Please, be on camera. There's a chipmunk. I didn't know chipmunks. I thought chipmunks were only in America. Somewhere here, there's a chipmunk. I just saw it. Come on, come out. Oh, it's gone. Ah, there's its hole, look. Chipmunk hole. A chipmunk's just gone in there. Wow. Right, I'm just in Jeff's shop. And these are some of the things he's found on shipwrecks and things when he's been diving. These massive bullets, look, and amazing things. Look at these. I don't know what they are, but they're cool. But the best thing he's found, what I've seen anyway, my favourite, I think this is unbelievable. He found this on a shipwreck. And it still works. He found this amazing clock radio on a shipwreck. This is all his finds.
150 metres down that was.
150 metres down he found that. That is amazing.
And actually, and guess what? You won't believe this. It was on Radio Nottingham when I first saw it. Right, it was on Radio Nottingham. I couldn't believe that. And it was blasting out music 150 metres.
Amazing. Right, Jeff wanted to show me a good time today, so they've taken and David. They wanted to show me a good time, so they've brought me to see dead people. They have brought me to see dead people. No, I'm not. I'm really not joking. We're here now. Look at these lovely sculptures and carvings and things. We're in a place where dead people are, and this is, I don't know. I'm guessing this is what Jeff and Dave do in the spare time. They come and see dead people. So let's go have a party. There's another one. Look. That's what they look like. Apparently there's over 1 million of them, and they're all looking like that.
Yeah,
Apparently there's
A bit thinner.
3 million.
What, in
3
here?
million.
3 million.
Oh, 3 million in
Right,
there.
there's 3 million dead people
Which
in
is
here.
1 million more than the population of Vienna. Vienna has a population of 2 million or 1.8, and there's over 3 million people.
Wow. Wow. So we're off to see more people than live in houses in Vienna. This is amazing.
Most of them are Americans and British.
They're still just dead people. I can't believe they're bringing me to see dead people. They could take me to a strip bar. They could take me anywhere with
That's later.
beautiful girls. But oh no, they're taking me to see dead people. Now I have to mention this, guys. This here is a dead fighter pilot, yeah? German fighter pilot. It says, Austrian, sorry. It says 40 confirmed kills. He killed 40 people, confirmed. So this is a war hero from Austria, yeah? But what I really want to point out is these. How disgusting is this? This, what are they advertising? The actual...
Yeah,
Taking care of the graves.
Yeah, for the
Right.
upkeep of graves.
These people are putting advert stickers in the grave saying, if you want us to look after your grave, give us a ring, 534 692 8473. And I swear to God, they've got a website there, and if you go on the website and click on the button, I bet you anything, it doesn't just say the number, I bet it goes 534 692 8473.
Dan,
It'll
I've got
be in a
to tell
tune.
you, What's really odd is that none of these people call them. None of them. They haven't had one call from anybody here.
Let's hope
Not
anyway.
one.
Well, I wouldn't call them.
No, I mean, like this guy who's here, he's never called them. He's never looked at their website.
He's never heard of them.
Him who's lying here.
Yeah, he's never heard of them.
They've never had one phone call or one website visit from anybody who's in this graveyard. Not one. So it's a waste of time advertising, isn't it?
It's a waste of time and it's disrespectful. This is a grave. You can't advertise at a grave. That's sick. Right, I'm in shock here. This is amazing. Can you see him? Well, you can't see him. He's got some concrete on his head. But who lives in a house like this? I'll tell you exactly who lives in a house like this. Beethoven. Can you believe it? Beethoven is buried in there. That is amazing. And here, who is it? Mozart.
Mozart.
He isn't in there, but this is like a shrine to him.
Memorial. 'Cause they
A
don't know
memorial.
exactly where he's buried.
Alright, they don't know where Mozart's buried, but this is a memorial to him.
They know the
He's in
cemetery.
a mass grave.
Yeah, he's in a cemetery mass grave in.
And then if you go over there, look,
I don't know if that's his wife or not, but she's nice.
and then if
Probably
you,
not.
that's Franz Schubert, look.
Franz Schubert. Now, this is where I come over all ignorant and stupid. I've never heard of the guy. I've heard of the name Schubert, but I don't know who he is.
And there's the one.
Is this Strauss?
This is Johann Sebastian Strauss there,
Here's
right
Brahms.
next to Brahms.
Wow, Strauss, Brahms.
Yeah.
I'll let Jeff take over and
anyway,
David,
look,
because
this is
they
where-
know what
this-
they're on about.
This is where all the great composers are now decomposing.
And Adele. Apparently Adele is buried here as well.
Yeah, Adele, that's his wife.
Adele, yeah. Adele is buried here. And some guy called Johann Strauss.
Yeah,
I think they
Adele.
put him on top.
Yeah, and then
That is Strauss.
and then
Amazing.
if you come here, his dad's around the corner.
His dad's round here.
Yeah,
His dad. This is the guy who they buried on top of Adele.
right. Johann
Never
Strauss,
heard of him, but
Vater, that means the father.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And he wrote the Spake Zarathustra. You know the one that goes do do
Star Wars.
That's him.
That's done.
That's Star Wars.
No, I'm sorry. That was Johann Strauss's brother wrote that.
What, Star Wars?
Yeah. That one we just sang.
This is the man who sung Star Wars theme
This
tune.
guy-
Amazing.
This guy wrote the Radetzky March. Diddle it, diddle it, diddle it, diddle it, diddle it, diddle it, diddle it.
Oh yeah, that's a bit boring, that song. I never really liked it. I thought it had too many beats in it. And no dance. There's nothing on YouTube. If you go on YouTube, you can't see a music video to the song, but apparently he wrote that.
Every New Year's they have
Every New Year's they
it.
have what?
They have that song for the New Year's concert. That's the last thing that they do for the New Year's concert. Is
They don't. What's the New Year song, Jeff?
no for the New Year's concert.
Alright.
All right, now I'll show you.
So that's Johann Strauss's
Give you
dad.
A little bit of history. The Ka on Ka. This is for the. This is the imperial. So this means both the Austrian and Hungarian. See,
Right.
Ka und Ka. So this is
Austria-Hungary.
Correct. This is imperial.
Imperial. So we're
This is an
talking.
imperial. Correct. So you see, it's
I thought Imperial was after this date. I thought Imperial were like 1870, 1900.
well for Germany maybe, but Austria was a little bit earlier.
Ah, right.
I see same as here. You'll see a Ka Ka, the KK as well.
Joseph Banner. This is, you know, the Incredible Hulk. This is his father, Joseph. He was Austrian. This is amazing. I never thought I'd have so much fun in a graveyard.
Try to get
Right, Davy's just been telling me this man here, Dr. Karl Ritter van Gecker, he used to work on the railroad putting down bits of steel. And David thinks that's quite a cool thing, but I don't know. There must have been thousands of men who worked putting down bits of steel on the railroad.
here, and he was a doctor, so I mean, of course.
He was a doctor and an engineer.
Doctor engineer, which is about as high as you can get in Austria.
I don't think that's that good, to be honest. I think it's just...
In Austria, they love their titles. So
Yeah, but all he did is put down pieces of steel so trains can go on it.
yeah, but he did. He's the one that actually made the railroad that actually went south out of Vienna and actually broke over the mountains south of Vienna. So he was the first one to actually break.
But you think about all the trains in America and in England, how many people who laid the train track down have you heard of?
Not many.
You go to any cemetery in England, you won't see
Well, the only reason
you
I
won't
know
see a
this guy is
temple like that.
The only reason I know this guy is because he's so close to Beethoven and Mozart and Schubert.
All right. Right, this is the centre, the main part of the dead people place, of the cemetery they've just brought me to. You can see, obviously, that is the big central building, and you've got this big central tombstone here. And I said, well, this must be someone important. I thought Strauss would be here, but it's not Strauss. This is where all the presidents of Austria are buried. And here's all the names, and apparently one of them died recently, or in the last 5 years. Thomas Kleistil. I don't mean to sound ignorant, I've never heard of the guy, but apparently he was buried. When was he buried?
Who?
Thomas Kleistil.
Cleston, 2004.
2004, so 9 years ago.
I saw that funeral, and Arnold Schwarzenegger was here.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was here, and Jeff was here.
Yeah.
And he met Arnold Schwarzenegger. He went up and asked him for his autograph. He says, look, I'm at a funeral, for God's sake.
No, I did ask him for his
Anyway.
autograph, and he said, "Fuck you, asshole."
Am I going to have to delete that out or not? But what they do, apparently, it's like a vault. They lift this I presume they have some kind of crane. They lift this top up, and the steps going down.
Yeah, the steps are...
And underneath these steps, there's loads of skeletons of dead presidents.
Or coffins.
Yeah. Imagine if any of them have still got rings on the fingers, they'll be worth a fortune, won't they? Because the presidents...
Oh, it picks it up with a metal detector.
I'm going to say, let's count with a metal detector you.
Only with an AT Pro.
Alright. So yeah, that's where all the dead presidents' skeletons and bones and flesh are. Unbelievable.
Suicide, I think.
The lead singer of Nirvana is buried here. Kurt Jurgens. Oh, no, I thought it was Cobain.
Oh, baby.
Kurt, is it his brother or what?
The Devil General look.
Kurt Jürgens, I've never heard of him. Again,
James Bond film.
oh, he was in a James Bond film. I've never heard of him, I'll be honest.
Right.
What about, it wasn't Jaws, was it?
Jürgens is
Look, there's a picture of him right there.
Oh, there's a picture of him. Here we go.
everybody knows him.
Yeah, I've never seen him before in my
I
life.
can't see him because Dan's camera's in the way. Look, there you go, there's Kurt Jürgens.
The most interesting thing about this Kurt Jürgens is I found one of them metal detecting, and he's got one on his suit. And my friend found the Iron Cross as well. To be honest, I'm not that interested in Kurt. No offence, Kurt.
Told me that Kurt Jürgens
But
is his
look
idol.
at that.
That's why Dan's on his knees, look, he said. He's worshipping Kurt Jürgens.
I think that's pretty cool, but yeah, I don't know him if I'm being honest. I'm guessing this is a musician.
Thank you, David, I appreciate that. I didn't know that.
Leo
This is from
Herbert Kromer.
Paul Horbiger from The Third Man. He was in The Third Man.
He's in The Third Man. I've never seen the film, I've never heard of it. Paul Horbiger.
I'll look out for that, and I'm going to check him out on Facebook.
He died in 1981, it must be an old film.
It is, it was in 1940s.
Oh, 1940s film. He was in that, and he's buried literally here. Amazing.
Yeah, that was with
Right, have you heard of Hulk's Heroes?
Hogan's Heroes.
Hulk's superheroes.
Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan's Heroes.
General.
Leon Askin. I've never heard of the guy apparently.
The guy who used to wear the...
David says he's really fat.
The General Burkhalter. General Burkhalter.
Oh,
General
I don't know,
Burkhalter.
I'll have to watch that again. So
He says he's really fat, which is quite surprising because it's actually one of the skinnier graves. Right here, there was a fire, 15th of July 1927, and all these people died in a fire in a cinema or a theatre, we're not sure which. But basically the doors wouldn't open and they couldn't get out and they all died in this fire. And because of this fire, they introduced into all cinemas, doors had to open out so people can get out, like a safety thing. So all these people died for the cause, but they actually introduced something very important, and that's basically making doors safer in public places. Right, can you see this? Is it a man? Is it a woman? If that was a woman, or a man, it's a man with breasts, or it was a woman. But I've got to show a bit of respect now because there's people walking past me. But look at that. You wouldn't want to look like that when you're alive, would you? Right, we're off to a very, very important grave now. It's Falco. Now, I didn't even know he died. He plays for Barcelona, I think. I think it's Barcelona. And he's buried just over here.
Claudia Heil, 1980.
Right, this is Falco. Here we are. This is Falco. Is it Barcelona he plays for? Or played for?
Yeah, I think he was.
I think he played for Barcelona. I thought he was still alive. I'm sure Manchester City put in an offer for him 12 months ago. That's Falco. He's dead. But on a serious note, who is Falco again?
Amadeus.
Oh yeah, you know that song? Amadeus, Amadeus, I'm Amadeus. He sung that. And he died in a what? In a motor car accident. Hello. A motorbike accident.
Motor car.
No, motor car accident.
Right. He died in a car crash.
With a bus.
With a minibus.
Right. He was driving he stole a minibus and he crashed and died. Something like that. I've never heard of him. I feel really bad because everybody else seems to know who he is. Everybody's stopping at this grave to look at Falco. I know the song, I know it very well, but I didn't know he was Austrian and I didn't know he was here, and anyway. Right, we've just had to stop. We're in the middle of the cemetery because his horse needs a drink, and we've just stopped at the horse drinking well. And then we're going to move on. It's very difficult for us today because it is very, very fascinating. It makes good, what's the word? It's good for coming out with funny comments, but it's also quite sad for some of them. But as sick as it may sound, it's actually very enjoyable and very informative and very historic. I've just been saying, apparently there's 3 million graves, over 3 million graves in this graveyard. It is absolutely huge. And what I said is, can you imagine each of these graves, when that person died, they will have had between 6 and 6,000 people around the grave. It's amazing, amazing. The amount of people who have come here, the history here, wow. Now we're going to see one last grave, and it's one I would really like to see. We're in a bit of a rush, to be honest, but I really want to see this grave, and I will tell you a bit more about it when we get there. Right, we're at a grave here. This is the grave they were taking me to, and David did say it's an unmarked grave, but I did expect some kind of cross or something. There's nothing. It's literally just grass, and it's not even got any kind of fertiliser on. The grass isn't even growing properly. You can see the mound. A head must be about there. You can see the mound where a head is. But this is Adolf Hitler's niece, apparently. What was she called?
Geily Raubal. Geily Raubal.
Yeah, she was called Claire. She was called Claire, and she's in here. And that's Adolf Hitler's niece.
And
amazing. And apparent lover.
Is that the one that committed suicide?
You serious?
This is the one that committed suicide with his gun in Munich.
And how old was she?
23, 24,
Yeah, she
something
wasn't
like
very old.
that.
Adolf Hitler was doing his niece.
Yeah, and apparently she liked the freaky stuff too, or he liked the freaky stuff, and she had to do it.
I saw that somewhere. Yeah.
And how old was she when he was with her doing her?
That's 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Is this the one where he liked
Wow.
to squat over her?
Correct. Or he would have her squat over
and
him.
he shit on her.
Yep.
Right.
Is this are you winding me up for this video?
Absolutely true.
Adolf Hitler liked to squat over his niece, shit on her, and then have sex with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't mind because she thought, well, he's shitting on 50 million other people, so you might as well do it with me.
Can I get away with posting that, David? Amazing, amazing.
This is true. Most of it's true.
And something else, it's sort of, what's the word, connected. I could really do with a poo now.
Yeah. No, it was really,
But I'm not going to do that.
he was porking his own niece.
Yep.
Wow. Well, love, if that's what you liked.
Yeah.
No wonder you haven't got an headstone, really.
Well, she did it.
Right, we've just stopped off because Jeff and David wanted a beer. I'm just having a mineral water today. Yeah, we've had a really good day, and we're going out metal detecting on David's patch tomorrow, but as I say, they wanted to stop for a beer. I thought I'd just have a water today.
I'm going to have one of them tomorrow because you get pissed on them, you do.
No, water for me. Alcohol doesn't run my life like these two guys, but they insisted on a drink, so I'm happy to sit with my mineral water. Right, we've literally just stepped off the tube, right, and we've come across. It's behind a glass. This is an old Roman. Is it a chapel?
Yeah.
An old Roman chapel.
It's not Roman, I don't think.
It's not Roman. So what are you showing me it for? I'm wasting my camera battery showing this crap. I thought I were Roman.
I just thought you'd be interested in that.
Well, whatever it is, it's not even that old, so I'm going to turn my camera off now. And to be honest, it's got electric lights in bottom. It must be 1920s at latest.
Alright, so where are we going?
Right, this is St. Stephen's Cathedral in the heart of Vienna. This is like the centre point of Vienna. And apparently it got stoned. Now, it's David who told me this. It got stoned. Now I'm thinking, there's thousands of people who've got stoned, man. They don't have a cathedral built after him, but David's convincing me that this man got stoned, so they built a cathedral after him. I've never heard of him, and I don't want to upset David by showing a lack of interest, but I really don't care about this guy. You know, he got stoned, big deal. Move on. Right. This guy who got stoned, on the building, David's just been telling me about the number 05, which is a very important symbol in Austria. Basically, you've got, what is it, AE?
OE.
OE is like,
Umlaut O.
you know when you go on an Austrian website, it's .OE, no it isn't, is it?
That 18.
No.
But
Anyway, OE is like Austrian.
Umlaut O.
E is the 5th letter of the alphabet, and they made a big thing of 05. It's like they are so proud to be Austrian.
This
and
is the Austrians that were against Hitler during the Second World War. So this is the Austrian resistance movement against Hitler during World War II.
which is exactly what I just said. I just said exactly the same. That's exactly what it stands for. Now, that's what David thinks. I personally think that's house number 5. That'll be house number 4. It's for the postman. It's nothing to do with Austrian history. A lot of rubbish. He talks crap. He's a teacher. You have to forgive him. Right, we've just come up this street here, and it's like, I don't know how to explain it. I've heard the one in England is called Carnaby Street, but I've never heard of Carnaby. But it's like where all the posh shops are, you know, like Harrods is in England, all the posh fashion shops. We've just walked down there, and we've come here, and you've got all these shops, and they're all making a bit of money, obviously, the expensive shops. And then, this is the heart of Vienna, don't forget. They've ruined it. They're just taking up space with bricks. Apparently the Romans made this. Now, I've nothing against the Romans, but I've seen council houses from the 1970s built in exactly the same way. This isn't special. And this silly palace, what's this palace again, David?
This is the Habsburg Palace.
This is the Habsburg Palace, and what's so special about it?
The Austrian
Kings live here.
The kings lived here.
Right, kings lived here, but we've just been discussing, this is in the heart of Vienna. They should knock this down and make a multi-storey car park, because there's a serious lack of car parking spaces around here. And you've got all these silly bricks right in the middle, just cement over it and make a massive car park. Right, I don't know if you've heard of the Spear of Destiny, but they do say, I know all about this, me, they do say it's the spear which pierced Jesus' side to make sure he was dead on the cross. And a lot of people don't know this, but Adolf Hitler wanted to invade Vienna for this reason. He wanted the Spear of Destiny, and it is in here.
Who holds the spear holds the world.
Yeah.
So therefore, the person that holds the spear is the person that inherits all that power from Jesus. But, of course, I mean.
Yeah, I've just told David all this. He didn't know anything about it. I've just educated him a bit. But apparently it's in this building. Now this is the Austrian Treasury. So yes, that is why Adolf Hitler wanted to invade Vienna. He wanted this Spear of Destiny. Personally, I think it's a load of crap, don't you? It's a load of rubbish. As if they know where the spear is which stabs Jesus. What a load of crap. I'm loving these history lessons from David and Jeff, but what bollocks. Absolute bollocks. Moving on. Right, you see this really crap building? With all these windows glassed over, or whatever you want to call it. Apparently the president lives in there, and there's a fisherman in there. Apparently there's a fisherman. Whenever that flag's flying, it means the president's there, and he lives with a fisherman. Can you believe there's a fisherman and a president living together? But that's a fact. And I'm not making it up because there's an Austrian girl that turned up now. That's David's wife, is it? Are you white? Yeah. And she's just told me there's a fisherman lives there with the president, and he's in because his flag's up. Not that interested, really.